Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, my neighbors, wherever you are in the US, the world, however. Welcome to Midweek Mindset. This is where we get ourselves back to zero in the middle of the week. That way, we don't have to worry about all the way to the weekend, and we can mitigate or solve certain issues before the week is over and maybe recover a good week. Or if we already have a successful week, we try to get ourselves back to ground zero so that way we could be able to continue that great week as well. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So, welcome to Midweek Mindset, Wednesday wisdom for weekend wins to refuel your fire, reignite your passion. All right, so um, this week is going to be very interesting. I, I kind of played around with a couple of ideas. Actually, let me grab one more thing along the lines of this because I kind of toyed with a couple of ideas, but let me just slide one quick one into here along the way. Um, but yes, so one of the biggest things I want to do is I want to set the tone on this one. Our biggest challenge is that no matter what we're dealing with in the market, sometimes we forget the key thing. You are the greatest trader in the world. You are, if you trade with a friend, you're champions. Y'all do it together. Y'all knock it out. Y'all take green when y'all see green, and y'all make sure to mitigate everything so that way you're a successful trader. I don't care if you had a bad day. I don't care if you had a bad week. I don't care if you had a bad month. This is you recognizing that you are the best trader. So that way you don't have to be discouraged on everything that's actually presented in front of you. Okay. So let's go ahead and get to it. Imagine this, right? And I know you're probably looking at yourself like, what is he talking about? I'm not that good as a trader. Imagine if you actually put the words together and say it. So I'm going to give you like 2 seconds. Go ahead and say, I am the greatest trader in the world. David Goggins puts this quote, you can't hurt me because I know who I am. You can't hurt me. I know who I am. So, what this is telling us is that at the end of the day, the market can't hurt you. The market cannot do anything to you because at the end of the day, you know who you are. You are the greatest trader in the world. Okay? So, let's go ahead and continue. Um, why are you the greatest trader in the world? What makes you a greatest trader in the world? There's a load and a whole bunch of lists of things I could go over, but I'm just going to touch on a few. You have world class risk management skills. No other trader has that. And I'm not talking about your friend, your neighbor, this, that, third. I'm talking about you. You have this. You are great at risk management because the type of person that you are, you know how to react to your stop losses, you know how to take your profits. You do consistent review so that way you can become 1% better, like Neo says, every single day. These are the things that you put into place. So look at this list: stop loss, take profit, consistent review, diversification, journaling, whatever it takes, triaging, getting up early in the morning. You are mitigating your risk. You're managing those risks every time you put a plan together so that way you can make a sound, high probability trade. That makes you a world class trader. So Tony Robbins said the path to success is to take massive, determined actions. So if you're taking determined actions on everything that you do, you will get to that world class risk management. And because you are a great trader, you are probably the best trader that you know, you already have world class risk management. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Undying focus. You're the individual, all the chaos that's going on. If you ever been into one of those stock exchanges, or actually pull out the movie Trading Places. Towards the end of the movie, they go into the stock exchange before they destroy the Dukes, right? But they go into exchanges, and they're the individual, right, in a pit of all these traders getting these orders in. Now, thank God for technology, we don't have to actually do that. We just click a button in front of our computers. But if you think about it, it takes undying focus to make sure that they have the task at hand. They were going to buy when they were ready to buy. They were going to sell when they were ready to sell. So these are the things that you have to understand in the market when you're doing it. You got to have undying focus. There could be a news event that's coming in. You got to have undying focus to know when it's coming in. This morning we just had the ADP and ADP employment numbers came in. That shot the market up. Then after that, we had another set of numbers that came in at 8:30. That shot the market up. But because of undying focus, we were able to put ourselves in all types of positions so that we can be able to capitalize on these opportunities. And because you are the world's greatest trader, it allows for you to be able to have undying focus. All right, let's go ahead and take the next one. All right, monk like patience, right? You are great with your monk like patience. And if you ever been into, one of the temples where the monks sit and everything else, they're able to sit in one position and wait for their opportunities. Either you meditate on something, or you're practicing certain things so that way you can be able to be ready for the next item. These are the things that you do as an individual become a world-class trader. Tony Robbins says it is in the moments of decision that your destiny is shaped. So as a world-class trader, as a amazing greatest trader in the world, and you're doing everything from world-class risk management, you're doing everything down to undying focus, you have your built-in monk-like patience. These are the things you can handle. Market cycles, you can handle the long term thinking. So because you have long-term swing trades, or you can harness that emotional control that you need to have in place, because at the end of the day, the market don't care if you're upset. The market doesn't care if you're down. The market doesn't care if you were up, because at the end of the day, the market's going to do what the market does. So with your undying focus and combined with your monk-like patience, you're able to be completely objective and attack the market and become that world class risk management greatest trader in the world. That is who you are. So go ahead and clap yourself up because you're able to knock that out. All right, so let's go to the next one. Consistent self improvement. Look, I'm going to key off on this one. This one's probably the most important thing. The moment that you're not improving is the moment that you're replaceable. And you might have reached to a level that you can be okay to be replaceable. That's all right. That's perfectly fine. But understand this, self improvement allows for you to be in the mix of all the climates that's required to become a world class trader. And because you're always improving, always edifying, always putting the things in place so that way you can become successful, this is the reason why you're able to have that consistent self-improvement. So if it wasn't for this, you would not be that great a trader that you are, right? But that's your highlight. That is your skill, that consistent self-improvement. You're breaking out the books. You're learning from your mistakes. You're journaling. You put in trade. You show up to mindset. You participate in mindset on Saturday. You show up to mindset on Wednesday. You're watching this video because you know the middle of the week, anything can happen. Anything can happen. It could be so bad that you just need someone to let you know that you are the best you that you ever been, and this is the perfect time for you to announce to yourself so that way it can make sure your mind is set in tone. Say it to yourself. I am the greatest trader in the world. All right, let's go ahead and go to the next one. Building mental resilience. Who who should at this one, we've done this so many times. All we do is build that mental resilience. If you subscribe to my channel and you hit the like button, you've already seen that we have a lot of people that over and over again, they always build day after day, Wednesday after Wednesday, Saturday after Saturday, trade after trade, that mental resilience. You will see that start to show in you as you become that greatest trader. And since you have honed in, locked in, and you built that mental resilience. I think we got that in folds over in cheat code. So you are a great trader because you are able to build that mental resilience. Tony Robbins says, if you do what you always I'm sorry. If you do what you've always done, you will get what you always gotten. So what does this tell you? This tells you that as an individual, if I know for a fact I'm not working on my mental resilience, right? Then that means I'm going to get weak mental emotional states when I'm dealing with my trades in the market. But if I know for a fact I've been working day in, day out, every moment, every day to become that world class risk management, undying focus, everything that I've listed to become the greatest trader in the world, you will see that you're going to get exactly what you're looking for. And that's why it's important that you tell yourself that you are the greatest trader in the world. Mental exercises to strengthen your resilience, like visualization. I write things down. That's probably the most important thing that I do. I write a lot of notes. And I'll show you that. I write notes on strategies. I have things that I have to trade as far as like some of my leaps and stuff like that. Other strategies. Actually, this one right here was a mindset that we broke down on no ceilings. You're the greatest trader in the world. You are. Individuals, you are the greatest trader in the world. So for you to be able to do that, you have no ceilings. There is no cap on anything that you're doing. You're basically busting out the billion, making all the profits in the world. And that's because you, the individual, you are the greatest trader in the world. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the next one. Next one is more than a trader versatility. Now, this one I've given to you before, but I just wanted to kind of bring this back because I want y'all to understand how important this is. There is other things to do other than trading. There is other things. There's things, even running errands, taking care of the family, this, that. There's so much other things that you got to do. But at the end of the day, you are the greatest trader in the world because you're able to realize that I am bigger than trading in itself. So David Goggins puts this quote here, right? The only thing, excuse me, the only thing more contagious than a good attitude is a bad one. So it's very important that you understand being more than a trader versatility will avoid those situations of you having a bad attitude or having a bad day or wanting to take it out of the market or over trading because you're clicking the button, because you're upset, because you didn't get the profits, you didn't hit your goal. Like all these things come together. Pick up a book, grab a video game. I don't know, learn a new skill, pick up a hobby, go out walking, running, whatever it is. Do something outside of trading. That way you can reset your mind back to zero and don't have to feel like at the end of the day you have to take these trades. All right. So let's go ahead and get into this. We've done this a lot. I love bringing this up because it's very important to me. Practical tools for mindfulness and trading, self-awareness and emotional check-ins. Do that. You're the greatest trader in the world because you're able to check in and check on yourself. Journaling and reflective analysis. Always doing reviews. That's how you get those risk management things in place. Setting boundaries and limits. If you feel like you're over trading, go ahead. Control that there. Educate on market climates. Today was a perfect example of being educated on market climates because we already know where to look for those numbers and everything else. We realized that the British pound was bearish. So we already knew that the market was probably going to be bearish because that's going to strengthen the dollar. Like things like that. Understanding the market climate. Scenario planning. You already journal everything. You already got your strategy. Everything's in line. Your diversification and portfolio rebalancing. You're moving your money where they belong, how it's supposed to be done. You are a pro at it. And the last one is mindfulness and meditation. Now that one is probably going to be something that you have to address with yourself. I don't know how you want to do mindfulness and meditation. I'll tell you this right now. I just take my time. Sometimes I'll just play some music or whatever thing. It just lets me get myself centered so that way I know exactly who I am and what I am actually working with as far as in the market. And that said, let's go ahead and get to our conclusion. It's pretty much it. I appreciate every one of y'all, you individuals that are the greatest traders in the world. I want to see y'all post y'all profits and tell me all. And by all means, if you like some of the stuff that I actually do in this mindset, I want you to just go ahead and type that in the comments. It helps those algorithms. Hit the like button, subscribe button with the bell. That way you know when I drop another video. But I want to leave y'all with another quote. This one is coming from David Goggins as well, right? You are the greatest trader in the world. Just remember that. You have to go to war with yourself before you can find peace. Okay? So battle that. Attack it. What type of trader do you want to be? I just gave you an example. Maybe you don't want to be the greatest trader in the world. Maybe you want to be the number one trader in the world. Maybe you want to be the number one trader in your block, your city, your home, whatever it is. Find that. Go to war with it and then find peace in being that individual that you want to be. All right? I'll see y'all later. Yeah, have a great day. Don't forget to hit the like, the subscribe, and the bell button, and leave a comment if you really like this video. Thank you very much.